Peyton.
And Jillian, and Marissa's behind the camera. And today we're going to talk about the history of dissolved oxygen, turbidity,
Temperature and pH, biotic index, and stream flow of the Yahara River.
and this is our video. Today I'm going to be talking about the history of the Yahara River. The Yahara River starts in Forest, Wisconsin and flows all the way down to Fulton County where it joins the Rock River. The river is 45 miles long and 6 miles run through the forest. During World War II, a U.S. Navy gasoline tanker, the USS Yahara, was named after the river. The river has 19 different species of fish and over 100 different species of birds that live there. It has decades of urban storm runoff.
Next, I will teach you how to take the temperature of the air in the water. First, you take your thermometer and just hold it in the air for 1 minute. And then you look at your thermometer and it will tell you what the degrees outside is in Celsius. And then to get the temperature of the water, you go into the river and then you just stick the thermometer into the water and hold it there for a while. And then you take it out and read it and it will tell you the temperature of the water. It is important to know what the temperatures are because the hotter the water, the less oxygen will be in the water, and then the fish and stuff won't be able to live as well, and we don't want our fish to die. So. Thanks.
Today we're going to do the dissolved oxygen. And first you want to put your gloves on and your goggles on because you're working with dangerous chemicals. And we do the dissolved oxygen for keeping track of how much oxygen is in there for all the organisms and animals that live in the river. And so first you want to take your bottle and you want to fill it as close to the top as you can with the river water. And then you want to put the cap on and bring it up to your station with all your chemicals. And then once you get back to the station, you want to put 8 drops of manganese sulfate. And then you want to put 8 drops of alkaline potassium iodide. And then once you're done with that, you put the cap on and you gently agitate it until it's all mixed together. And then you let it sit until a precipitate forms. And then once a precipitate forms, you pour it into the little titrator until the 20 milliliter line. And then you take the plunger and you get 0.025 of sodium thiosulfate. And then once you have that, you want to slowly pour some of it into the sample. And then you want to do that until it turns a pale yellow. And you want to squirt and gently swirl it around because there's a hole at the top, so you don't want to spill it. And then once it turns yellow, you slowly depress the plunger. Okay, then once you're done with that, you want to do 8 drops of the starch indicator until it turns blue. And you want to slowly drop it and then swirl it around. And then you want to take the plunger and you want to continue to put the thiosulfate into it until the color blue goes away. And then you want to, once it doesn't turn, it isn't blue anymore, you want to record how much is left in the titrator. And that is how much dissolved oxygen is in there.
Dissolved oxygen is important because the amount of oxygen in the water affects how the organisms live. If there's not enough oxygen, there won't be a lot of organisms, so you have to test the water to make sure that there's enough oxygen.
Hi, I'm going to be showing you how to test for biotic index. Biotic index is when you look for organisms in the water, identify them, and that tells you how polluted the water is. So first, you go in the water, you have your D-net here, and you just go like that, and then you try to get your organisms in the D-net. Then you put all of them in a bucket like that, and then you put your D-net away. And you sort all of your organisms in this ice cube tray, like so, like that. Okay. These are some of the organisms you can find. As you can tell, the ones on top are very sensitive to pollutants, and the ones on bottom are tolerant to pollutants. So that can tell you how polluted your water is. Thank you.
So we're testing for stream flow. Stream flow is important because if your river flows too fast, you're not going to have a lot of organisms living in it. But if it flows too slow, you're going to have a murky, gross, weedy river. So you want it to flow at the perfect speed. So here's how you do that. You measure out 15 feet with a tape measurer. But this is 15 feet. And you mark 2 flags, one at the beginning and one at the end. And you have one person on land who's going to time the ball that flows to each flag. So you start it a little bit past the flag, and it will flow. And you start it once it goes past the first flag. And once it gets to the second flag, you stop the timer. And then you do this 3 more times. And you just start the timer now, and then stop it once it gets there. And then you calculate the average time. Test for turbidity, which is when you test for like transparency of the water. In order to do that, you have to point the tube upstream to fill it up with as much water as possible. Then you have a partner hold it for you. And you look, you have to make sure this is close as well. You look to the bottom to see if you can see the black target. And if you can't, your partner has to let out some of the water by opening the spigot. And then you keep looking and letting out water until you can see it. If your water gets drained a lot, that means you have really murky and dirty water. But if there's a lot left, that means you have transparent water. And at the end, you'll take the measurement that you have left, and that is your water clarity.
Hi, I'm Peyton. I'm 14, and welcome back to Disney.
River starts in Forest, Wisconsin, and flows all the way down to Floating. Oh my god.
And cut.